Murders at Karlov Manor is Magic the Gathering's take on the murder mystery genre. It's all about finding out who did it, but the question is, do we actually care? Let us take you through the set, the cards, the play booster, and another reprint of the Shocklands. Let's get into it.
Murders at Karlov Manor is pre-releasing on February 2nd, 2024, and this will really be the year that is all about Ravnica, because Murders of Karlov Manor is taking place on the plane of Ravnica, and the set before it, coming out in January, Ravnica Remastered, is also taking place on Ravnica. So 2024 is shaping up to be all about Ravnica. The question is, will this be a lot of fun and give a lot of synergy, or will it just be too much of a repetition?
Are you interested in another set on the plane of Ravnica, and are you feeling the special flavor of Murders of Karlov Manor? Let us know down in the comment section below. Speaking of the flavor of the set, the premise is that you are now a detective on the plane of Ravnica, where a murder spree has been going on. You and other fellow detectives are deeply invested in finding out who did it. And with that bit of flavor concluded, let's look at the products of the set.
Murders at Karlov Manor will be the first set in Magic where we take over from draft and set boxes and going to the play booster. So it's going to be draftable just like the draft box, but it's going to contain more of those booster fun variants and also more rares, or at least opportunities for more rares in the play booster. The play booster will still be 36 packs, and now each individual booster pack will only contain 14 cards instead of the usual 15 cards. It sounds like it's going to be pretty much the same product, but there is a little catch there, because set boosters are usually more expensive and you're not only getting 30 or 24 of the set boosters, you're getting the full complement of 36. It's going to be quite a bit more expensive to draft the new version of the play booster.
One thing that stays the same is of course the good old collector box. We're also going to see a collector box for Murders at Karlov Manor. And in this collector box you are of course going to have the serialized cards that are going to be collector box exclusive. In a collector box you will still find the usual 12 collector packs, and each collector pack contains 15 different cards.
There is no new Magic set without a complement of commander decks, and Murders at Karlov Manor is no exception. We're going to have 4 commander decks.
And lastly, before we give you the cherry on top, you're also going to see bundles have a comeback at the Murders of Karlov Manor. A bundle will contain 9 play boosters, 15 non-fire lands, 15 fire lands, and a spin down counter, and also you can use the bundle box as storage for your cards.
So if you're getting any value out of this video, please hit that like button and consider becoming a subscriber. It means a lot to us and we would really appreciate it. Thank you.
And now for that special little something in the Murders at Karlov Manor. The final product of Murders at Karlov Manor is a special product. It is the Clue board game, but it has a special take on it that makes it Magic specific. I don't get it really. But what is important to know about this board game is that each board game comes with a randomized Shockland. So you will be able to get a special Clue edition Shockland if you buy the Clue board game. That is a collaboration between Magic and Clue.
And here it will be much the same as with the Jumpstart product. You will, in this game, little board game Clue, you will get 8 play boosters. That is a special Clue edition. So you can basically, just like Jumpstart, pick 2 of them up, shuffle them together, and you're ready to play. And then later on, you can keep your different 4 decks, because it will turn out to be 4 decks for 4 players. And then you can shuffle up the evidence pile, and then you can play it again and again, just like a board game.
So Magic and a board game all in one, and a special Shockland. But don't expect this to come cheap, because it comes at a rather high price tag of $70. Murders at Karlov Manor will have 4 different art treatments, the first of which is Ravnica City Guild treatment, and this treatment is also known from March of the Machines, where they had the Multiverse Legends. So if you like this art, there's hopes for you, because you might be lucky to pull it. And speaking of luck, The other treatment is of course the serialized cards, because these Ravnica City Guild cards will also have a serialized versions. It's going to be collector box exclusive of course, but you will be able to pick up those really nice Ravnica City art cards with a special serialized edition. The special serialized cards will only be the City Guild leaders, 6 in total, and Niv Mizzet.
And there are also going to be more treatments. Of course, this is Magic in 2024, so we're also going to have something that's called the dossier cards. It looks like a case file, and it looks kind of pretty cool, and every card looks like this sort of like a case file with a different type of lettering and font as well. The only problem here from my point of view is that it pretty much looks like all the cards, regardless of their mana color, look like they're white because they all have this white sort of layout. There's also going to be a special version of this dossier card. It's going to be called the Uncover the Killer cards, where you have some very almost invisible ink on the cards that will give you clues as to who is the killer. And finally, there's going to be a showcase version of all the storyline cards. You know, the ones that give you a little quote from the story. They are going to have a special magnifying glass showcase frame. So plenty of variants to choose from, plenty of products to choose from. The question is, will this be a hit? As we said in the beginning, the question really is this going to be really cool, fun, and have a lot of synergy between Ravnica Remastered and Murders at Karlov Manor? Or will it be too much of a repetition? I'm a little scared because we're seeing both Massacre Girl, Krenko Mob Boss, and several of the other characters that we already know are going to be in Ravnica Remastered. And unless they get new cards for Murders at Karlov Manor, it's going to be a bit weird. But again, it might also be fun. It might also deepen the card pool for Ravnica Remastered, that you can mix and match between these two sets, both taking place on the plane of Ravnica.
Now we only have left to say a big thank you to our YouTube channel members and our Patreon members. Thank you for supporting the Cardboard Guide, and we will catch you all in the next video.